Beast and what he's just been saying about AI generated content, because there's a lot to unpack there. So let's actually kick off there with Mr. Beast. Jimmy, I think Jimmy's his real name, doesn't matter. Mr. Beast. If you don't know who Mr. Beast is, well, you're living under a rock. He's probably one of the largest, most successful YouTube creators or content creators in general on the planet. He's the guy who locks people in glass cubes and basically makes them do Squid Game style challenges and then gives them a huge amount of money. So whatever you think about him, he is a good content creator. What he does is very successful. So what he has to say about content creation is worth listening to. Yesterday, he's been watching the rise of AI videos like Sora, and a lot of people has realized, ooh, these are really good, really good. This has suddenly become an issue. So prior to Sora coming out last week, I don't think people realized how good AI videos got. People were still thinking of Will Smith eating spaghetti and that Gatorade advert from the Super Bowl, I think it was 2 years ago, where they actively were laughing at AI video. We've come a long way. Even back then, the AI people were saying, hey, you just need to wait. You just need to wait a little moment and this stuff's going to get a lot better. So the argument has now changed. It's no longer people saying, hey, this stuff is rubbish, this stuff is crap, this stuff is no good. Now it is, oh, this stuff's really good and this is going to be an issue because it's going to destroy a lot of livelihoods. So Mr. Beast has said, when AI videos are just as good as normal videos, I wonder what that would do to YouTube and how it will impact the millions of creators making content for a living. Scary times. Yes. So the realization is starting to kick in for content creators and people who make video, and I'm sure for Hollywood as well. The realization is, okay, AI video was a laughingstock. It used to be a joke. It used to not be very good. Now they've realized, oh, it's really good, too good, worryingly good. And suddenly the discourse has changed and the defense has changed. It used to be, oh, we're not going to use AI because it's trash. Now it's going to be, oh, we're not using AI because it destroys the environment, or it's going to destroy livelihoods, or whatever. It's going to become the next level of the argument. It reminds me of the quote which I've forgotten, but the one that Gandhi never actually said. What was it? First they'll laugh at you. So first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you. So we've gone through the ignore phase when AI video or AI as a whole was not really a big thing. Then we've gone through the then they laugh at you phase when people were like, haha, ChatGPT is rubbish, it can't even answer these basic questions. We're now moving into the third phase, which is then they fight you. This is when the adversaries of AI realize, oh, this is actually good and we actually really need to worry about this and we cannot just laugh at this anymore. We need to put up a proper defense. So we're starting to move into that phase with artificial intelligence generated video. I wanted to highlight Rowan. So Rowan writes the wonderful Rundown AI newsletter, which is a great AI news source, really good newsletter. You should definitely subscribe if you're not already. But he tweeted in response to Mr. Beast saying, I talked to Mark Zuckerberg and Meta's AI team about this. In my opinion, we have two paths forward. All in on AI slop, multiple accounts, mass-produced content across different personalities. So that would be setting up a server farm, setting up huge amounts of content generation and just spamming social media, spamming YouTube with as much content as possible in order to game the algorithm and not really worrying too much about individual accounts, but just going for mass production. That's one way to succeed. Or two, double down on authentic content, community, streaming, personal stories, takes from lived experience. And importantly here, as Rowan says, everything in the middle dies. So you either go all in on artificial intelligence and you do it at a scale where you can beat everyone else because you're producing more, you're putting more out, you've got higher quality, you're spending money on this. This is not using free tools. This is spending thousands and thousands every single month to mass produce content. You either go that way or you go completely the opposite direction, which is more kind of hand curated live community based on the reality. So I think these are going to be the bifurcation of the market. And I fully agree with Rowan here. And he says something else that's very interesting. Content consumption will probably look like Walmart versus Whole Foods. The majority of people will go to AI video. That's more personalized and addictive. That's fine. They're still going to be swiping. 80-90% of people are going to be happy to watch AI slop. But then there's going to be another market, which is more like a luxury market for people who want human, authentic content, who want to see a real person who has real experiences, warts and all, who stumbles on camera, who has a lisp like me. They're going to gravitate to those type of content. And we're going to see the market split between the mass production and, the kind of higher end luxury market, which will be made by humans. So I think now with the advent or the release of Sora 2, which is starting to get to more and more people, and we're going to get longer and longer videos as we move forward, we are at this splitting point. And this is the point of no return, very much. I'm going to check